Good afternoon, everyone. Hey guys, this is Bruce Marshall with Simpler Trading doing the nightly market update for Wednesday, April the 19th. So happy Wednesday, happy hump day. Hope everybody's having a great week. Hope your trading is going well. I've got the ES up here on the right. I've got the Nasdaq here. I've got the RUT in the center, and then our ticks here as well. So, pretty interesting day today. We are starting to really kind of get into earnings season right now. Let me move this for a second. Um, in the overnight session last night, we had a pretty. This is a Voodoo Fire Line. We had a pretty heavy market. Kind of stopped here momentarily, took this out, and then we went down here to 41.50, which has been a big support level for a little while. Came down, hit, and held that luckily, and then at the open right here, the light gray is the overnight session, the black is the cash market daily session. Big big move higher up here off of the low. Really nice move. Got a little bit of kind of hesitation, a little bit of flush at the end. That's to be expected. A lot of times you will get a 50% retracement off these levels to then continue higher. So we'll see. We're right now. Of course, the market's closed. The futures market's open, but cash market is closed. But all in all, a pretty nice run. If you just look at the numbers on the day, the SPX was basically flat. I mean, it was down 0.35 or something. It was really, really flat, which again, it doesn't really show you the whole picture. If you look at this, we had a big, big move off that low. So let's, as we always like to do, I like to take this and go back, kind of put everything in perspective. Look at this. Looks just like an EKG chart here. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, but we are trending higher, and that's a good thing. We've got in our live trading rooms at Simpler, in the main trading room, in my bias trading room. We've been, I think for the most part, everyone has been leaning this thing bullish, and it's been working well. We've got some nice trades on, but in between the bullishness, of course, you get big flush down, big flush down, big flush down, over and over and over. So I still expect that we come up here. You see that 4,200 level, and again, this is ES, but we have been targeting this 4,300 level for several weeks now. And let me go back even a little bit further here. Let's do a 20-day chart, and as you can see, we've gotten, see right there. I mean, there's the 4,200 level. We've gotten pretty close there, and I thought this was, man, this is it. We're so close. That's 41.66. Basically 34 points away from reaching up there. Flush down. You see that red line? That's a Voodoo Fire line, and then we kind of get in this zone here of chop, chop, chop back and forth, and now we're in in this kind of trending higher kind of move. So we're very close, and I hope we get there because I've got some trades up at 4,200 that would be really nice. Now let's put this. I'm going to take this and put this on a longer term time frame here. Actually, let me do that. Oops, I don't need micro lines. Sorry. I've got too many different ones up here. I've got voodoo lines. All right. So if we look on a longer time frame here, and we've been talking about this for a while, the area to watch for has been, and see that right there, that's 4204. That's a Voodoo Skyline right there, right there, right there. I could say that, and that one, that one. So this is a 1 year chart. So in the last year, we've hit this thing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Even though it didn't actually hit, we're very, very close. That's close enough. 6, 7, 8 times, and we keep failing. So is this time going to be different? We're going to fail and come back down here? Yeah, maybe. We're going to break through and keep going? I don't think so. We failed there so many times before. No one knows, of course, but we do have a lot of things coming up. We're getting into earnings season heavy this week, and mainly we'll start next week and the week after when we have Google. I think Google, Amazon next week. We'll have Apple the week after. Big tech names, and we have all the other ones. Big S&P names and that kind of stuff in here in the next couple of weeks. Then we got a Fed meeting on May the 3rd to watch out for. So, a lot can happen here. We may just get chop into that. I don't know, but a lot's going to depend on how the earnings come out and how the market, takes those earnings. And the guidance, because is the economy really getting better? Is it getting worse? How are these companies? How's the outlook going to be? And that's going to determine a lot of direction, for the market. So once again, we're kind of at a pivotal point right here. Again, I think that the way that I'm positioned is for at least a small pullback here. If we break down, let's say, bad news from the Fed or bad earnings season or something like that, then we're going down here. Maybe we take this out. Maybe we even come back down here to kind of these lower levels here. We're far enough along this inflation curve, and the Fed has done enough tightening that I don't think too much more of that is going to happen. So to have that larger downdraft is probably not as likely as it was in the past. So I'm not really doing black swan kind of stuff at this point. Of course that can change, but right now, slight pullback, maybe here, maybe here, and or maybe we just kind of stay in this kind of range for a little while. We've got a lot more data points and Fed speak, and a lot more that has to be determined when the Fed's going to end their tightening cycle, and and all that kind of thing. Now, the market has been kind of anticipating a rate cut perhaps this year. Don't think that's going to happen, but we'll see, again. But if we look over here real quick, NASDAQ has been doing the same thing. A little more giddy, I would say, up here. A lot of that's going to be determined if NASDAQ keeps going with Amazon, Apple. We had Tesla after hours today. So far, I don't know if they have a conference call yet, but so far it's down a little bit. Netflix was kind of a non-event yesterday. So we'll see how the rest start coming in here. But all in all, what that means is we continue to trade on tighter time frames, limit our risk. We've been doing that for quite a while. It's the only thing that's really working. And again, if we look at this on smaller time frames like this, for example, you have to trade on both sides. You have to be long, you have to be short, you have to be long, you have to be short, over and over and over, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, which is kind of nerve-wracking. But at the same time, that's what trading is. It's just normally we're not used to these wild extremes that we're having. So tight stop losses, limit your risk, stay on top of your trades, don't take trades that you're not pretty confident in, and you'll do all right. And if you need help, obviously come into our trading room at Simpler Trading. Come into the main room. We're in there. We've got a bunch of good traders in there. Come in. We can help you. We do trades all the time in there. Come into my room called the Bias Room, and I can help you. And I'm managed by the Greeks, and I can help you with there as well as trade management. So with that, let me wind it up. Hope that helps. And have a great rest of the day and a great rest of the week. And we'll see what we get over the next week or two as we get closer to the Fed meeting. So thanks for the time, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.
Without Simpler Trading, I could not have financial independence.
This is one of the best investments I ever made in my life.
It's helping me find consistency.
It's one of the things that won me